Welcome to another episode of Bad Time Boys. Today we got some topics lined up, starting with how did what movie make it?
Oh, you seen this movie, Sam? Old?
What?
It's another M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh, yes, sir. The beach that turned you old.
How is that a scary idea? Like, out of all the horror tropes, where it's like, oh no, there's like a dude that comes in my nightmares and kills me in my sleep while I'm like dreaming, and all these like scary ideas. It's just like I would preferably choose the one where it's just like, oh, you just age quickly and then die of old age.
It's because it's a real life horror. You fuck getting older. Everybody's scared of getting older.
True.
Nobody's scared of Freddy Krueger anymore.
That's a human story right there, dude. That makes sense.
Dude, it's character driven. It's
Everyone
scary.
can relate. So
True.
you know,
Yeah, of course.
that's how I imagine Margaritaville to be. Just everyone ages faster, but they're like happy with it because they're listening to fucking Jimmy Buffett. It's like,
I mean,
yeah, okay.
That's an ideal life to live.
That's like, okay, we're just dying on the beach, chat.
Well, yeah, I've been to Margaritaville before, and
What?
I can tell you that it's exactly like the end of Last Crusade, Indiana Jones, when that guy chooses the wrong cup, and he just like melts in front of the lady, and turns into a skeleton. That's pretty much what happens as soon as you walk through the door.
You age that fast. Your
Yeah.
skin falls off.
Do they
dude.
just like?
Horrible.
Do they really just only play Jimmy Buffett songs, or do they just play like all like?
I don't
Zach Brown
fucking
band,
know.
you
I've never been there.
Oh, I feel like if you were imagine like
No, they just play Black Eyed Peas.
they just they play LMFAO.
No.
That's an intercontinental callback right there.
Not that. We took that down.
No, we
Did
didn't.
we?
Oh,
it's,
we did.
it's up.
Okay,
No,
okay.
Yeah, this is. I don't know if we've never even announced this as like general like, but we decided as a collective of Bad Time Boys that we're gonna take down a majority of, well, it's basically all of the season 1, just for like quality, I guess is what we described it as. But we left the only 2 good episodes that came out of that, or our 2 favorites, which was Hamster Conundrum and then the assassination of LMFAO.
I'm not
We left
sure
those
if
both
we
up.
have increased quality, but
Oh no, but we can
No.
at least pretend we have.
Yeah.
That's not even in our
That's what's up.
vocabulary.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, but did you see the old trailer?
Yeah, I did.
Like, what the fuck is up with? Okay, there's like the 7-year-old like girl, like daughter character,
Yeah.
and then she turns into a teenager,
Mhm.
and then there's this like a clip of her getting pregnant on the
Pregnant.
beach.
Yeah.
like what is up with Shyamalan in this movie? What is he like? That's awful. That's not even. That's just like.
He basically just said, "Yeah, I'm gonna make a 7-year-old pregnant."
Like maybe that's the
That's a little too much.
point. It's like maybe it's just body horror.
Okay,
It's
that's
awful movies
the
whenever-
twist. They all get pregnant on the beach as well.
Pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Watch
no,
that one.
actually, hear me out. The twist. This is gonna be the twist. They're gonna get to the beach, and then they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Oh, the beach is turning us older," but the twist is gonna be somehow they've been on the beach the whole time, and they're actually old in real life. The beach just makes them feel younger, so they think that they're rapidly aging, but that's their actual age. They're all just a bunch of old geezers.
That's really good. So maybe it's like they all went to a bar and then fell asleep on the beach as old people,
For-
and they
for
had
20
a
years.
really bad drunk dream.
Yeah.
That's what
M. Night
happened.
Shyamalan
Maybe
goes
well,
to
yeah, there's always
Margaritaville.
gonna be that twist.
M. Night Shyamalan cross at
His
Margaritaville.
his twists are getting less insane though, right? Wasn't the whole the twist with Split was that it took place in the universe with some of his other movies, like the Unbreakable.
Shatter.
That was his. It's all this the Split, Glass, Shattered, Unbreakable.
Mm-hmm.
But that was that.
I
No, it was
didn't get
Unbreakable,
Split.
then Split, then Glass.
What didn't you get about it?
I don't know.
What?
I don't even know if I saw the whole thing.
He
I
had
think I just saw
22
the
people,
Yeah,
personalities,
He just had personality.
and
Yeah,
one
but
was a
how was
little,
he also a
little boy
monster?
who listened to Kanye.
No, his characters, like the people that lived inside of him, had also like capabilities.
end. Oh, like
Yeah.
So there was like the
Yeah.
dog. There was like the one that ran on all fours, and
The
he actually
beast.
he had the beast.
Yeah, that was
We've all
like the,
got
that was like
we've
the
all got
ultimate.
the beast inside of us. Let's be honest.
That was his ult. He popped ult.
He only used it once in a while. He presses Q. He can only do it for like a minute.
Wow, haha, funny. It's just like a video game.
It's like video game.
No, but did you watch Glass?
I think I did.
Do you
If
remember
I
the twist in
feel
that
like
one?
What was the twist in Glass?
The twist in that one was that the evil corporation was behind the whole thing, and then they just killed them all. Spoiler alert.
Maybe I didn't watch it.
But-
Then. I feel like I would have remembered that.
Bruce Willis just gets drowned in a puddle, and Samuel Jackson gets like shot or whatever. But he's like made of glass, whatever. His bones are made of glass, so they could have just like tipped him over in his wheelchair.
My bones are made of glass, like that one guy in SpongeBob. Dude.
Yeah, Patrick.
They're making the Patrick TV show. Did you see that?
Yeah.
What?
He's got a hot mom or no?
He's got a-
Is she hot? I don't know.
He's got a
hot mom.
MILF mom.
Yeah, he's got a
They're like-
MILF.
Shit. Okay.
MILF star.
So what's it
Yeah,
gonna
That's
be?
your name.
Is it just gonna be
it's just-
Patrick's life when he's not around SpongeBob? Because that would be super
I
lame.
don't
It's probably
even
just him
know.
sitting there doing nothing.
No, like the trailer was like he has his own little TV show, like a news
Oh
show
yeah,
that he runs.
he's got like this X-rated porn studio that he runs.
yeah, and he just
Yeah,
he
does
finds
look like Keemstar a little bit. So.
He looks like
Yeah, you don't see it?
How the fuck?
I
The
see it.
round and the
The
pointy at the same time.
The round.
Yeah.
Oh, someone on like Twitter or whatever
True.
said that Uniqua from the Backyardigans looks like Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, I see it. They're right.
They're dead on.
Friends in
Mhm.
the backyard again.
And then people were freaking out because of that one character. What is it? A fox? What are they?
You got, like-
I get
you have, like-
Uniqua's
you
like
have a-
some fucking.
She's like a
thing.
hippopotamus, and then like Pablo's the penguin. You
Yeah.
have Tyrone, who's like a moose.
Uh-huh.
You have the purple
duck?
dude, who's a kangaroo.
No,
I
the
already said that.
yellow
Pablo's-
bitch is the hippo.
Oh.
Unique
Oh, you're
was
right.
like an alien.
I think Unique was just an alien. Yeah, and then there's the purple dude, who's the kangaroo. You got the kangaroo guy,
Of course, everyone knows that.
Oh, he's a kangaroo.
isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
His ears look like, I don't know.
Does he bounce? I don't think so.
We'd have to review the footage to get back
I
to you
don't,
on
I
that
don't
one.
think he bounces. But do you remember that episode that was like the Movers of Arabia? And they were in Arabia and they were movers and they moved Arabian things, and they sang
That
a
was that
song
episode.
about it.
I remember there was one episode where, I think it was one of the movies where he was like, Pablo was like a spy, like he was like an
Oh, yeah,
international
sure.
spy, and he like went
The-
skiing.
He was like a
And-
Jimmy Bond.
Yeah, it was like a
he would
James Bond thing.
he would order a drink. He would order a
And
juice
then-
box, shaken, not
yeah.
stirred.
There's lore here. I think it's funny going back to Keemstar. How does he still remain
Please
relevant? He's got like the easiest like boss hit like weak point ever. You just don't pay attention to him. Like that's all you do. You just ignore him and he'll just go away.
That is his kryptonite. You just don't.
You just don't acknowledge him. And he
engage
just
with
is
it.
like,
He's
okay,
like
I'm outta
a
here.
he's like a middle school bully. If
Yeah.
you don't react at all, they're powerless.
They're just bored
know.
and he just moves on.
But if there's news, he's always gonna
He's
be
always
there.
gonna try
Where
to
there's
be there.
news, there's Keemstar. You know.
Well, I think it's where there's drama, there's Keemstar.
No, it's news. He's a legitimate
It's
news
reliable.
source, right?
It's reliable. He's got his he's got his popcorn and his golden microphone. He's ready to report it.
I mean, I trust that guy over the Wall Street Journal.
Oh, well, no amount of money is gonna like sway Keemstar's opinion. You know,
Yeah.
he's radical. He's crazy
Exactly.
like that. Just like how you'll get the same info from Infowars regardless of what happens. You know, they'll have the same, like it'll be constant. You know, if all the other news decays, you can sort of listen to Infowars and then just translate what it actually means in your head, and you'll probably be right on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should like make a key, like
Yeah, like a translation kind of
Yeah.
script.
That people can pull up while they're watching Drama Alert
Yeah.
to translate everything into the actual facts that you need. And then I'm good.
Rice Gum is sexting a minor. And what he actually means is Rice Gum talked to a person that was 17 is what he means. And that's what actually happened.
When did he accuse that one guy of being a pedophile? And he wasn't.
Accused like thousands of people. That's
no,
all
but
he
this
does.
time he was wrong.
I don't know. I don't.
That
I
still
don't pay
doesn't narrow
attention
it down.
anymore. the last time I was really paying attention to Keemstar was when he got like when the diss track with iDubbbz dropped.
Oh yeah, okay.
That was like peak relevancy.
Okay. When was that? Like 2013?
2013. No, maybe it was like maybe 2016.
No, probably later, yeah. Probably
Yeah.
like 2016, 17.
I think so. Those were the days, though. Occasionally, that entire diss track will just get stuck in my head. I don't know how. I don't know. I didn't think it really relevated. Like, it didn't do too much for me. Like, it was just like, oh, they're just dissing.
Oh, it's like when you watch a movie that you used to watch all the fucking time as a kid, and you like just start quoting it as it's going on. It's like riding a bike. You just pick it back up. Like Hoodwinked. You ever watched Hoodwinked?
Yeah.
It's shittily animated.
But it's the most
kind of
well-written
funny,
animated
to
movie
be
ever.
honest.
It's very funny.
And the structure's fucking weird because it's like a murder mystery and it's non-linear, like a Quentin Tarantino film.
it's Nolan-esque.
Yeah, exactly. And that scene with the goat, what's his name? Jafer, whatever.
I don't remember.
He just sings everything. That scene, I can basically just word for word fucking recite that scene, and I didn't even know until I watched it the other day. And I just started singing along with him about Granny Puckett and how he's got horns to hold his other horns and horns to hold his keys and horns that when you turn them right, they let you watch TV. Shit like that, you know?
Yeah. I remember from that one when like the evil villain rabbit was like yelling at one of his henchmen because his name was like
Andy
Dale
Dick.
or something.
Andy Dick is the rabbit, right?
Yeah. But then there was one of his henchmen that just had the least like scary name ever. It was just like Dale, and it would be like he'd be calling all four of his henchmen. He'd be like, I don't remember what they were, but he would say like three super.
One of them was like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, and they'd all have intimidating names, and it would just be like Dale. And he's like, dude, you gotta change that name, man. Like,
fuck yeah, great
funny.
joke. Or Flippers.
And then Hoodwinked 2 sucked. It's like then they just replaced the jokes with the better animation.
So the guy who directed the second one had never seen the first one, so he had no fucking clue what
he didn't
was
even
doing.
watch the first movie.
Yeah,
How do you do that?
it's an animated movie. It's a children's animated film. They don't give a fuck. Boss Baby 2 is coming out, bro.
That's true.
We're all doomed. What's new?
We're doomed. We'll have an aftermath on it. It comes out soon, doesn't it? In like a month, or less than a month.
Peacock.
That'll be our next on Peacock. We all have to buy Peacock to watch Boss Baby 2.
We'll all get the trial and then cancel it immediately after Boss Baby.
It'd be funny if everyone did that, like in America, just to watch Boss Baby 2. So Peacock just sees a spike of like, that's the highest we've ever gone.
Hell yeah.
Like 12 people
Let's
are
do
using
it.
it at once, and it's like, holy crap, that's a record.
We should get Wall Street Bets people on Reddit to just go watch Boss
Pump
Baby
and
2.
dump Peacock.
Yeah. Pump and dump Peacock, baby.
Let's
make them Fortune
since the
500.
intro.
They got The
Since
Office,
the
right?
7.
It's worth it.
Yeah, no, I haven't been like I haven't really understood. I don't get anything you're talking about.
Well, that's the problem with Matthew. Is the second we talk about movies, he's just like, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Bo Burnham special on Netflix, the new one? That he made while he was in quarantine?
I haven't.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, it was really good. Guys.
Should I watch it? Is it worth it?
It's not like it's not at all like his other ones, obviously, but it's It's very good. I
So,
think he's pretty genius.
I started watching the new Borat show.
Oh, okay. I saw that.
Watching the Borat.
Are you watching like?
Yeah, I started watching the Borat.
I didn't think it was very good.
You're watching the Borat or the Borat 2 or the Borat 2 like extra
Subsequent
stuff
movie
that came out.
The Borat show is not that entertaining.
Borat the show.
The Borat the show is kind of just mediocre jokes. I don't think the Borat is even that funny of a character.
Well, the Borat, all he says is "my wife."
Yeah, that's
he's like one of those cult classic like SNL characters. Like that's the same level of like funny.
Yeah,
no, but
he's like David S. Pumpkins funny. That's where he's at.
Fuck off. He's better than David Pumpkins.
Isn't funny. It's like the things that
it's the things he makes fun of.
He's
yeah.
in
Oh, totally.
Funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he doesn't say anything inherently funny. He's just kind of
but that's the genius of Borat. Is he comes across as this really stupid character, so that all these crazy people will start saying their crazy things because they think he's crazy. So it's like he's like
that's
infiltrated
just
it.
Sacha Baron Cohen's superpower. Yeah. He just does like. Have you seen his Who Is America show or whatever?
No.
The stuff he gets people to do on there is insane. Like that one politician that he got to strip naked and scream the N-word.
What?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, "There's no way this is real." And then 2 weeks later, the dude got fired, and I was like, "Oh, it is."
It was legit, chat. He wasn't even.
I think
kidding.
that's why I think Borat 2 wasn't as good as Borat the original one, because they edited it in such a way that it made it look like none of it was real. Like with the whole like odd. Rudy Giuliani thing, none of it looked like he was actually like they made it so edited that you couldn't tell whether or not it was actually like real, like whether they had gotten him to do that.
Some of the bits were good though.
Some of the bits were definitely good. It was still good, but I don't think it was as good.
I got a question. Is Borat racist? Like, is the character racist? Is that racist to
that's
do
the
that?
point, bro. The first one was about xenophobia because of 9/11. Right after 9/11, everybody was just like, "Oh, evil! Everybody but America is evil." And then so he goes out as Borat in the first movie, and then that's how you get like where he's at the rodeo singing the Jew song, and everyone's singing along with him. The joke's on us. The joke's on us for being racist.
True.
Yeah, like all the entire point of both of those is like look at how
satire,
racist we are. Yeah.
And the second one's more. The second one's more about like, since he's got his daughter, it's more about like feminist issues and stuff. 'Cause like, when she's on that panel with all those ladies and shit, that was pretty funny.
That was probably the best part.
Yeah.
That actress was amazing.
Yeah,
it was like
I don't know how
good.
where did they find her?
I don't know. Because I watched the Red Letter Media one, and Jay said that it was just some like random actress that was like fresh off of some indie films. And
she wasn't not a big in anything.
Name. Yeah,
but she does a really good job. I don't know her name, but good on you.
Yeah. As long as she doesn't peak at that. Sometimes I feel like you get the person who's too perfect for a role, and then when they can't perfectly fill another role, it's like, oh, they're just a niche
They're just
actor.
typecast.
Yeah, they're just they're cast for this one role over and over again.
Yeah, like Mark Wahlberg. No, but if we're
just for a disclaimer, Mark Wahlberg probably he would have stopped 9/11 from happening had he been on.
Oh yeah, he's just built different. Fuck that guy.
Have you seen that song?
He was gonna be on the plane, bro. He was gonna be there.
And then when he was interviewed about it, he just said, "I would have stopped it if it happened and I was there."
He would have simply handled it, bro.
He would have made sure that
Mark Wahlberg simply would have stopped thousands of deaths on U.S. soil.
You never know. He never got on the plane.
Mark Wahlberg, he would have taken a...
He might have been right. He might have just, like, gone crazy.
He would have taken a razor to the jugular. Dude, he would have done it.
Okay. That's fucked up. No, but if we're gonna talk about movies this whole episode, I just watched Cruella.
This is Sam's
you watched
Cruella?
Podcast. Did you pay $30 for that shit on Disney Premium or whatever?
Of course not. Always
Good.
pirate Disney films. It's
Good.
always morally correct.
Good.
It is always
Snaps.
ethical, I promise.
Yes. Yes.
But it was not good. Surprise,
Of course.
surprise. The problem is, it's not even like a Cruella de Vil movie. Spoiler alert. She doesn't even turn into Cruella de Vil at the end. She's not evil. She's just still a good guy, pretty much. She doesn't ever make that switch. She doesn't go Joker mode and shoot anybody or
That's what
Or
I heard.
kill
Yeah.
kill
or
any
anything.
dogs.
Was that she
No.
wasn't evil? She was just sassy for the movie.
They
like,
pretended to kill the dogs, but they don't. She doesn't kill the dogs. So
Oh, why the?
she
why,
never-
What's the point?
the
yeah,
only clip I
exactly.
saw-
What's
The
the
only clip
fucking
I saw
point?
was when the dogs like pushed her mom off the
That
off
was
the cliff.
hilarious.
That was the,
I
that
laughed
was the
so
wildest.
fucking hard.
Like, how do two Dalmatians push you over like
Well,
a waist high?
There were
like,
three. There were three.
oh, there were.
Dalmatians.
Okay, my bad. Dude.
And,
That was
and
crazy.
How was
yeah,
Emma
they just
Stone's
knock her over
Cruella
the
impression?
ledge, and she tumbles off the CG waterfall like Sherlock
Yeah.
Holmes in the second movie.
Ah.
It was so great. And then Emma Thompson and Emma Stone are in it.
Got
So
the
I
two
imagine
Emmas.
it was probably weird on set. Director, what's his name? Giuseppe, Craig Gillespie, Craig
Gillespie.
Gillette Razors.
Craig
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe.
Yeah.
Like semen.
Yeah, exactly. I bet you when he was just like, "Hey Emma, we need more emotion from you," it's just like, "Which Emma, bro?"
Which Emma?
Okay, I'm
Bro,
looking
which
through the
Emma?
cast right now, and the
Mhm.
guy that agent from Kingsman is like one of the one of the
Yes,
one
sir.
of the
Mark
lead
Strong.
actors.
Mark Strong is in it.
Yeah.
He's like a butler for the Duchess lady for Emma Thompson
Oh, they made him a butler.
for the Baroness.
True.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's
and
this
he's-
guy
They
Joel
made him a
Fry who
butler.
looks like a default Disney actor.
I like Joel Fry. What a posh
Yeah,
British
don't go
boy.
banging on Joel Fry, dude. Jeez.
Joel Fry. Yeah.
Haha. I wonder if he likes French fries. Aha.
Uh-huh.
Or
Oh, and then
chips,
there's
as you
John
would call
McRae,
it in the
which is
UK.
basically just that kid from fucking Harry Potter.
Oh yeah. Neville.
Never long.
Neville from iCarly.
Neville elongated asshole. What's his name? Bottom
Neville.
feeder.
Yeah,
Neville-
Neville bottom feeder.
Neville Buttle. Funny man.
That's pretty funny.
That's
If
pretty
I
funny.
had to admit,
There's like
that's
that
pretty
edit
funny.
of the first Harry Potter where they replaced all the wands with guns and they just shoot Neville at the end.
That's a crazy edit. That one's edited so well.
It's
It's
so
ridiculous.
perfect.
It's very funny.
But you'd think that those movies would be over a lot quicker if they just pulled out guns and shot people instead of using their wands, huh?
No,
That's,
the
that's
magic
what
would
I
have
always.
saved
That's
them.
what I always thought about Harry Potter. Why did they set it in? What was accomplished by setting it in like modern day? Like the plot could have been like
Isn't
the
it-
1700s, and it's the same story.
Isn't the first one in the 90s?
I think it's like late 90s, early 2000s is when it all takes place. But it's like, what besides like the flying car in book 2, what
Yeah.
what did you accomplish by putting it in modern day?
It gets fucked by the tree.
It
True.
does.
What did they accomplish by making it a modern
Like-
the
day
wacky
thing?
willow.
Like
It's easier to shoot. I don't know.
I don't know. But the entire well, they
Like-
didn't. She didn't know it was gonna be a movie when she wrote the book. I don't know why she chose. I guess relatability. But like,
Well, in the books, what's his name? The uncle, Vern from Over the Hedge. He's
Oh,
walking
Vern.
around in like the real world, and he starts seeing weird shit, and he's like, "Oh, there are a bunch of KKK members outside, and there are a bunch of owls at my house and stuff." But the movie just skips that. They go they go to the letters flying everywhere and stuff, but
Yeah.
they don't
It's
have
it's a
like
mess. Get the shit out of here.
they don't have like the lead up where it's Vern's perspective. So I want a Vern movie, is what I'm saying. Vernon Dursley.
They got.
Release the Dursley cut.
Yeah.
They got.
They can't. Richard Griffiths is dead. The guy who plays him.
He died.
Yeah, he's
You
dead.
gotta recast him then.
I made an in memoriam video for him
Did
too.
you?
You made it for Mr. Dursley.
Yeah, we should put it
Society.
on the channel.
If you send it to me, I'll upload it.
It's pretty great. If I do say so myself. No, it uses the Crossroads song.
You know how they made? Obviously, they made a movie for every book. How did they?
An
Why did they
extra
ever
one
think?
too. They made 8 movies.
That's true. They made it into a second part. Why did they make Order of the Phoenix into a movie?
What the fuck do you mean? Order of
That
the
book,
Phoenix?
nothing happens in that part of the book. That chapter, that entire book does nothing.
That's not
It's them
true.
sitting in that old.
Sirius
it's
Black
them
dies.
They sit in that old house for like it's like 90% of the book, and then the Sirius Black dies, and that's the book. That's what happens.
No,
It's just-
Dumbledore
it's
leaves
just-
and
It's
Umbridge.
dialogue.
Umbridge
It's
shows
dialogue.
up. Remember, the pink ladies. They show up and they're like,
I thought that was.
no fucking in the hallway. You gotta put space for
Condom on
Jesus.
your fucking face or whatever.
Yeah, and she likes cats
I
too
don't
much.
know. I wasn't a fan of Order of the Phoenix.
I don't know.
You can't watch. I mean, as a book, it's fine, but as the movie, they just sit there.
No,
and it's
Order of
like,
the Phoenix
I mean,
sucks. It's
yeah,
not
it's,
good.
it's like the worst one by far.
Goblet of Fire is the worst film, though.
Damn, I kind of want to rewatch
Yes.
all of their.
Goblet of the Fire.
movies.
I think Goblet of Fire was the coolest book.
I don't
because
get
it
why
was like,
people like the Goblet of Fire film.
the film isn't good. You have
Yeah.
to watch. You have to watch. Oh my God, Tenet.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, you
Twilight.
have to watch Pattinson be like a teenager and awkwardly
He
act
jumps
like
out of a
he's
tree.
like cool. Yeah.
He's not bad in that. It's
He's
just-
not bad in it, but
it's
it's
just
I don't think
Cedric.
they he's just it's just such an odd like they don't act like they're people. They act very like
Yeah,
don't
he's
know. There's
he's
not
much
enough-
better written in the book.
yeah, he's very softly spoken.
In the
It was
movie,
weird.
he's just like
at least
there
for
and
at least
then-
for my
and then he
memory, I don't
dies
think
at
I've
the
watched
end.
any of that in forever.
He dies super quick though. Have you?
Does he
have
die?
You
He
watched it?
dies?
Have you watched it recently?
He dies in the book?
Cedric?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's dead.
That's like the first
the-
big shocker death in the whole series is when Cedric fucking dies. Remember?
Cedric was the one from Goblet of Fire from a different school.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson, yeah.
Yeah. Huh, I don't remember.
Well, no,
I
he's
mean,
not from a different school. He's from Hogwarts, but he and Harry go in the tournament because Harry gets his name put in because of.
Oh yeah,
what's
no,
his
but
face?
wait, Robert Pattinson wasn't. I thought he was one of the foreign exchange for the Goblet of Fire.
No,
Oh,
no,
I
he's
didn't
in,
know that.
he's in like Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff or some
I
shit.
didn't know that.
Yeah, no, but if you've watched
See,
it
that's-
recently, when he dies, it's kind of hilarious because it's so quick. Like you expect them to sort of
Dwell on
linger
it.
on it a little more, but they just teleport and then Wormtail just Vada Kedavra and he just fucking dies, and then he's just like, oh no, Cedric, but then they're like, oh shit, we gotta do the Voldemort thing. We can't linger on this too long. So then he's like, baby Voldemort fetus in the soup thing. But at the end, it would always make me laugh when his dad is like, my boy, my son, they killed him, and everybody, because like right before that they teleport back and everybody's cheering because oh they returned, but he's just fucking dead. He teleports his corpse. And in the Lego game, he Dumbledore gives him his instructions to rebuild him. It's
I
perfect.
love that in all the Lego games, they never like the deaths are never sad. It's just
Oh.
like, oh, you can just rebuild them. It's just
In like
they
in
just like break.
Lego Lord of the Rings, they started using audio from the movie during the death during the cutscenes. So when like Boromir dies, it's the audio from the film. It's him going oh in like slow motion, but it's just the Lego guy getting hit by like bananas and shit. Because
those games are great.
yeah, the first ones were all just the grunts, and I love the grunts. But but they started using the film audio, and they started talking and shit later on, and that it kind of ruined it, to be honest.
Yeah, like the Marvel ones, they got a little too serious. It was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I liked how silly it was. Like it was like you can play the movie out in real time, but then they like they make Lego noises when they die.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
But it's crazy to think that the Harry Potter series was written by some anonymous author that we don't know.
And that's been Bathroom Boys.
Next time we're gonna talk about Fraggle Rock for 3 hours.
3 hours and make it the ultimate Sam episode.
Fuck yeah.
Yesterday I tried to understand the